Breaking news with Paul Toole.
Hello and a very warm welcome. The Cal League, the first Crip softball league in Los Angeles, presents its coffee table book of 500 Black Unity pictures by author L.A. Nutt. The Cal League uplifting families, communities and ending the sickness of gang violence that has plagued black communities for over 50 years. The Cal League players, former Crips on 11 teams, backed by their communities, create a safer environment for all LA communities. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.
What makes you righteous? You see, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I won't fornicate and I won't commit adultery. I don't smoke dope. And I say all my prayers every day. And I give whatever I can in charity. And what else do you do? But what do you mean, what else? Is there something else? That's nothing. That's vanity. So you don't smoke, so what? So you don't drink. You don't use drugs. So what? What are you doing to better the condition of others? What are you doing to reform where you live? And if you do nothing to reform society with the knowledge you have received, then you are guilty of concealing knowledge. And that is a cardinal sin.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. We back again, man. I'm just here to let you know a little something, you know. What we doing today, we back again at it, man. You know, that's a cardinal sin, man, to hold that knowledge. I love that. I'm running with that one all the way to the end, man. You feel me? It's a cardinal sin to hold that knowledge. If you got it, you better let it go. You know, you better let it go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. We back again, man, with Before the Crips. You know, what you see today right here, you know, went into the arsenal, you know, some of this stuff, you know, when you research, you got to pay for some of this stuff, man. So you got to know how to take care of the stuff, watermark it. You know, if you want to steal it. But, you know, you're going to have my footprints on that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hurt nobody, you know. But yeah, we back again, man. Before the Crips and Bloods, you know, this is what it was, you know, this is what it turned into, man, you know, and we back on the same thing, you know, no more in 24. That's what we want to hear. No more in 24. We don't need no more gangbangers. We don't need no more kids and all that. You know, people seem to think that the Crips and Bloods is over, you know, which they are, but it ain't over because at any given time, dudes can still get reckless out here, you know. So, and when I mean dudes, I mean the young people. That's why I'm focused on the youth. See, we can't do nothing but all these 40s and 50-year-olds and all this that still out here want to. You know, there ain't nothing we could do. They just gonna have to burn themselves out. But what we can do is know where it come from, how it started, and all that, man. You know, and what did it get us in the process of doing all this? What did the Crips cost us? What did the Bloods cost us? It cost us. We last in everything. We last in education. We last in economics. We last in building. We last in real estate. Everything. You know what I'm saying? We last in all that. People think that we first. Yeah, we first and going to the dealerships and all that, but we not really first in all that. We just put more money in people's pockets. You know, that's what we good at, is putting more money in people's pockets. But it's many cultures that's vultures as far as Gucci and Louis and all that. They've been doing that way before we've been doing it, you know. We came along, that's why bootlegs came along, to satisfy us. Because that's why the first bootleg, listen, man, go watch that movie, The House of Gucci. You can see why they was bootlegging way back then. You know, bootlegging ain't just started right now, you know. We just perfected it. We just perfected buying bootleg, you know, because we wanted it so bad that, you know, we'll sell your mama's, your mama worked all her life to get her house, pay it off. She have a stroke and die. Everything go to you. And guess what you do? You take a loan out. 100,000. Gucci stove. Big bottles, all that, you know. Less than 3 years, your mama house has been foreclosed on, and guess who moved in? Jorge. Me friend, hey, new neighbor, my friend, new neighbor. Me, Jose. House is gone, you know. So what did they do? They set us back they set us back for so long, but this is just another one of those shows, man, to let you know what's really going on. If you really want to know what's going on, I can care less how the Crips started. I can care less about who started it and all that. You know, I can care less about who started it and where it come from and all that. I know how it was built, where it came from. You know, the cause of the Crips and Bloods is right here. I'm telling you right now. So I don't need nobody's opinion. You don't have to be from back in the day to do research and know and understand. You know, I talk to professors and all kind of people. You know what I'm saying? And you get this knowledge, you get this information, you know. It's like a ton of bricks coming down on your head. You know, look at this. Look at this picture. You know what I'm saying? This is before the Crips. This is 1966 Watts, which pretty much set the decorum for black people leaving out of Watts. You know what I'm saying? Going to the west side of LA where people was living good. You got a little people living better in 1966 than this in Watts. But Watts is where it's at, though. You know, you want to get your pants and all, you want to get all that stuff done. Guess where you going to get all that done? Central and all that. You're going to Watts to get all that done because that was the catering to the black folks. That's where you was going. Whether you was on the west side, the east side, or whatever, you was going in that general area over there to get everything done. That's where your meat, that's where your tailors, that's where everything bombed that you wanted as black people to go. You might have had a few people here and there, you know, that was doing stuff, but this is basically the Mecca Center right here, you know. So this is where you can understand where all that thinking came from this depression right here that you looking at. This depression that you looking at, bro. This is depression that you looking at. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this, you know, and you'll understand where where and why you do what you doing as a Crip, as a Blood, as any of that. You feel me? Now peep the dress code. You feel me? Peep the dress code. Tell me where you see leather jackets and all that. And he's still a gangster. You know, that's a gangster right there out of Watts. He probably a businessman, a Slauson boy, whatever they had back there, a gladiator, whatever they had going on. You know, he probably one of them because look at his age. He already of age. You got 3 more years until the Crips come out after this. You feel me? This picture is straight from what these pictures are straight from Watts, man. You know, these are Watts pictures that letting you know how it was before the Crips and the Bloods even came and what was going on. Gangs are formed out of depression, you know. Gangs are formed out of economic depression and mental depression. That's where you get gangs. Booker Griffin, yellow shirt, moved in on an argument between students. You understand what I'm saying? Everything is young. Students and police who found the youths carrying heavy boards and suspected a gang fight. He conned both sides. So he was a gang interventionist way back then, 1966. Look at the dress code. Ain't no leather coats out there. Ain't the AC Deuces. The AC Deucey ain't came out yet, you know? Well, I mean, it probably came out, but it probably wasn't. I'm just saying they didn't take it as the moniker for the description of the gang, you know. It hadn't made it that far yet, probably. Got a few more years to go. Because if you don't know, Raymond Washington took his style from the Black Panthers. Yeah, he took his style from the Black Panthers. He didn't create that. He didn't invent that. He didn't do none of that. He was impressed by the Black Panthers, man. You know, you got to look at this stuff, man. You know, these is early Bloods right here, man. They don't got leather jackets because that's the symbol of the Crips. Man, them Crips wear them leather jackets and them AC Deucey hats. They got to be different, you know. They like, man, we're going to do something totally different. They was cool. Look, they wearing suits and stuff. You know. Maybe the Bloods was trying to protect themselves. Who knows? And the Crips came along and was harassing them, but who knows? But sooner or later, it all got out of hand to where people lost their mind. You know what I'm saying? So, so far as a whole, the Bloods and Crips is a big you know what I'm saying? You know, this is what the from the 66, this is what it morphed into. These dudes right here that you see, you know, with all the negative. These the OGs that be at the funerals now. 70. They 70. You know what I'm saying? And it's young versus old, you know. I'm gonna read this article to you. I had to really go read, man. Like, let me go read all these articles. You know what I'm saying? So I can know exactly what's going on, you know. So I could tell you what's going on, you know. Hold on. Is that the article right here? I knew I had the article. Nope, close that one out. Oh, here it go. We got the article. You need to hear this. Oh, that ain't the article. We got some more. Oh, that ain't the article. I thought that was the article. Is this the article? Nope, that's not the article. But what's fascinating is that how the depression of all that economic all that economic depression and that mental depression caused them dudes to lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? And create that what is now known as the Crips and Bloods. Let me get this article right here so you can see this for yourself. I want you to understand what is going on. Gang violence was limited in the shooting death of 16-year-old Los Angeles boy. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to pull another article up. Oh man, I should have checked this. Why didn't I check it? But we gonna find it though. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. But we do know that that the Crips and the Bloods was formulated out of this depression. And this is what you get, you know. This is what you get when you mix depression and economic depression, mental depression, and all that. When you mix all that together, this is what you get. A boiling pot that's about to take place. Okay, we got the article. I apologize for that, but we got the article. But Westside Life, thank you for coming to the show again. Hey, Dr. Crip, I see a lot of podcasters saying the Crips and Bloods are over. Seems they are following your lead. What you think? Well, I'm not a leader by far. I just like to try to, bring whatever common sense to the table that as a person that participated in gang violence, that got to beg for the Lord to forgive me for all the wrong deeds that I done. I'd have an inside track like me, like thousands of others, hundreds of thousands of others that's incarcerated, that's dead or whoever. I got an inside track knowing what is happening in the streets. People saying that the Crips and Bloods are over, that is true. But that's only to a certain degree, because now what they doing is trying to make money together. The generation, they hanging out with each other trying to make money. But check this out. That don't mean these other dudes that ain't getting that money ain't part of that, because if that was true, Crips and Bloods was over and all this stuff like that. Well, let's talk about the Century to Manchester with the 9-0s and 8 trays. Let's start right there. You feel me? Let's start right there. Let's start with the 9-0s and the 8 trays from Century to Manchester doing a community event for one day to show the community, Crips killing Crips, Bloods killing Bloods, Crips killing Bloods, all that is over with. Until you got no graffiti on the wall, people writing on the walls and all, that's how you know when something is over with. That's how you know you made a dent. So if you ride down Normandy, Vermont, Broadway, Central, Avalon, San Pedro, Maine, Van Ness, Crenshaw, If you seeing whacked out stuff on the wall, guess what? Crips and Bloods ain't over with. The same dudes that got influence, if you can influence peace from people to stop killing each other, you can tell these dudes, hey man, we ain't writing on the walls no more. Hey, how is that harder than getting people to stop killing each other? Oh, because people don't want to go to jail. It's a difference, Dr. Crip, when people trying to get out of going to shoot. Yeah, you got some stuff. You got some dummies though that want to still go out and pop. So what you gonna tell them? Hey, homie, we ain't doing that no more. Nah, you ain't finna tell them nothing. So it's easier to get them to stop writing on the wall. It's easier to get them to say, hey man, we ain't putting nobody else on. It's easier to say, hey man, look, 10 of us got to get together. We got to go over here and meet the 8 trades at this meeting over here. And then next week, we got to bring 20. And next week, 2 weeks after that, we got to bring 30. So you got to start doing something to get to a level. You got to start somewhere. And the first place to start is no more in 24. Get that in your brain. That make more sense than anything to push that initiative. Because when these kids is in the community, they at school, they all outnumbered. Every race outnumber us, man, in everything we do. Education, real estate, businesses. Blacks don't own nothing in none of these hoods. That's of value. We don't got nothing. We don't got no supermarkets. We don't got nothing. So how are we going to stop violence if we can't even get together to say, hey, man, don't put no more of the kids on. From this point on, in 2024, homie, don't put nobody else on. Because history is repeating itself. Because these dudes that's becoming the G's now, that's 30 and all that, y'all really, y'all watered down. Y'all already watered down to selfishness, to right now. They want everything right now. They riding with their little homies, right or wrong. Come on, man. Ain't nobody finna check nobody, Ain't nobody checking nobody out here, Dudes is not checking nobody. Nobody is checking their little homies because they scared. Ain't nobody finna say nothing to their little homies because you out of shape, you on drugs, you ain't been around here in 5, 6, 7 years. Don't nobody even know who you are to come around here to tell us who you are, We don't even got that, Let me read this article, man. Y'all think I'm playing. This article is from 1970. Let's see. 19 what? Did I find out the date? I think it was from 74, last time I was supposed to read it. I think this from 74. Is 74? Ain't no date on the article. Let me find out. This is 1974, man. This article is from 1974. So this is what was cracking in 74. Uh-oh. Where did it go? Let's find it. '74. That everybody, all the OGs remember. In 1974, gang violence was blamed in the shooting death of a 16-year-old Los Angeles boy over the weekend. Police said that the victim, Terrence Ridgway of 3430 South Walton Avenue, was standing with a group of teenagers outside a party at 1250 West Jefferson Boulevard early Saturday morning when 3 juveniles fired several shots into the crowd and fled. Ridgway, struck by a bullet in the head, was dead on arrival at Kaiser Foundation Hospital in Hollywood. Police said he was a member of the Gladiators gang. The suspect, excuse me, the suspects, who were between 14 and 17 years old, were thought to be members of the rival Crips gang. They were being sought, the rival Crip gang. So they was already popping in 74, shooting at the older G's, whoever they thought they was. They was already popping at them. 15, 16, 17, they already shooting at businessmen, Slausons, and all that. And some of them dudes, all of them dudes wasn't gangbangers like that. So you know what they did? Them smart ones, they like, man, I'm through with all this. I'm cool. I'm finna raise my family, man. I ain't finna get into it with these young dudes calling themselves Crips. I'm out of here, man. And I don't blame them. You know, they found out fast that this ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? This is not worth it, man. You know? So we out of here, bro. We ain't finna be sitting around waiting on these dudes to come shoot up my house. Pulling up crazy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't finna be waiting on that. They like, man, we out of here, man. I'm going, and look, they 22. Them dudes is 22, 23. So them dudes is older than Raymond Washington. Everybody that was 20, 21, if you was 20 and 21 when Raymond Washington started the Crips, because them dudes is in their 60s. 60, 61, 62, something like that. 59. So that means if you are 67, 68, 69, you joined the Crips and they was kids and you was already 20-something years old. You better not be at no funeral still following this same young. Man, I'm telling you right now, let me do the math and find out how. I can read the article. I got to find it, but you know I can read it. I'm not going by what none of y'all say. I'm reading this article. This is documented. This is what he said. He was 15. He started the Crips in 69. The Crips started in 69. So if you was 20 already in 69 and you a Crip right now, come on, bro. That means you 70 or something, you know? You 66. You better not be 66 following no 15-year-old kid and his homies. Knock it off, man. Knock it off. Don't let me find that out that you one of them dudes like that. I think I'm going to have to start busting people out, huh? Hey, man, how old are you? You 68 years old, and you calling yourself a G Crip from such and such? So you was 20-something years old following Raymond Washington. You didn't have no say-so or nothing when they came up to the park. You had to listen to Raymond and Tookie. And you was older than them. Oh, man, it wasn't like that. Them dudes didn't tell me nothing on me. I built my... Oh, so you saying because you created that branch of the east side, the west side, and all that that don't have nothing to do with it. But you got the name that you created such and such Crip. But you 68. Raymond started the Crips. He was 15. You were 21. You 7 years older than him. You you 6 years older than him, bro. You mean to tell me it was that bad that you had to follow a 15-year-old? Come on, man. But this is where it comes from right here. You get suckers like that play on the mentality of other blacks because of what you see right here. This the ghetto. You see where them kids is playing at? That's all burnt down buildings, man. That's all burnt down. So they doing bad. That's 1 year after the riots. Ain't nothing built yet. Ain't nothing. Everything, all them buildings right there was black owned, homie. They don't got none of that over there no more. All that stuff right there, because it didn't get burnt, that was black owned right there, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen what I'm telling you. That was black people right there, bro. Do you understand that? And you went from all that to, I'm gonna shoot them dudes tonight. Hey, Cook. Hey, Big C Loc, homie. Hey, blood, this Big B, blood, what's up? You know, I've been doing this since 69, homie. Hey, blood, let me tell you something, blood. Hey, listen, blood. Blood, we've been doing this since 1970, blood. All right? That's why I don't never wear flu, blood. I don't never wear flu, blood. So you following a 15 or 16-year-old too. That split it from Raymond and them. Like, man, I ain't tired of them dudes jumping on us. Because they wasn't jumping on you. You was 21. You ain't at school. You ain't at Centennial and all that. You ain't over there. How you get involved? Come on, man. Make this make sense to me. That's all I'm asking, is that you make it make sense to me, man. That's it. You know, that is all that's all I'm asking, is that you make it make sense to me so I can get a clear understanding of what is really going on. That's all I want to know, is what's going on. So in order to find out what's going on, guess what? You got to do research. You know, you have to do research. It's mandatory that you do research to find out why you shooting at people over here, why you shooting at people over here, and what make you doing all this other stuff. Because it's just deeper than, oh, let's end the violence and all this. It should have never been no violence from the very beginning, because you was already depressed mentally. GAMD. These dudes got it on these pictures already. GAMD, they all got it. Gang addiction, mental disorder. From television. From seeing the people on television and the gangsters, the Scarfaces and all that. They want to come out and call themselves Al Capone. They taking these names off these television shows. Man, I'm calling myself Underdog. That's the cartoon. Man, I'm gonna call myself Sandman, man. I'm Big Sandman. You done seen that on the television show on TJ Hooker back in the day, you know? Dragnet. We got a gang called the Sandmans. Man, we're gonna call ourselves the Sandmans. You feel me? So you already dealing with depression. You can't go nowhere. You can't go across this street. You can't go over here. You can't go there. You can't do this. You can't do that. That causes a mental block. That causes a mental block. You understand what I'm saying? I call scream. What it do? Hey. These dudes, hey, listen, when you think about it, you should have never, as wise as you are, some people do not supposed to be a gang. You feel me? He said, I'm going to call myself. No, I'm just saying, you seen that? That was a cartoon or something. You know what I'm saying? You didn't make that name up. You didn't see that name or you know, I'm gonna call myself Stony Boy. You seen all that on TV. These dudes was young. Space Ghost got his name from the cartoon. I don't care who say what. He told me that out his own mouth, so I'm gonna believe what Space Ghost said. He called me Homie the Clown. Homie the Clown. Listen, remember I was a little kid, and before Mama Tooth make the eggs and woo. I'd be watching television and Space Ghost was on, and he was a black character and he was socking everything out. So I wanted to be Space Ghost. I came out and socked a couple of people out, and they asked me my name, and I told them I'm Big Space Ghost. So he got his name from a cartoon, man. He is not playing. He got his name from a cartoon, but look at it. This is what you got. This is what you got, to this day now. You got to deal with all these dudes. One move away. Hey, Dr. Crip, no more in 24. What you think we need to do to really stop kids joining gangs? I believe you are correct with the first thing to do is that. You know what? I may not be correct in doing that. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people may say, oh, he don't know what he's talking about, this and that. But I know this. In order to make a change, you have to stop the same way people go to prison, the recycling doors for prison. You have to stop the recycling door for gangs. And the only people who got power to stop the recycling for gangs is gangs. So if you got all these grid workers and these ambassadors that's out here saying, oh, I'm hiring people for influencers and for the reputation in their hood and that they got and all that, well, why their reputation can't say, hey, homie, check this out. Hey, we ain't putting nobody else on. Hey, man, don't put nobody else on, homie. We ain't doing that. And if we catch you putting somebody else on, you going to get DP. And be done with it. Oh, no, we ain't going to be able to do that, homie, because you know why? You got a lot of people that's going to be calling you out. Hey, homie, we want to put him on. Hey, so what? It ain't my big homie. You ain't even been on this hood 3 years talking about, man, that ain't my big homie. You ain't my big homie. You ain't my big homie. Oh, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Make it make sense. If all these people running around, we already know. Community, school, business, we small. We only a percentage. Why they got to go to school from a gang then? Why they just can't be at school and we help protect the kids at school? But they ain't in no gang. Let them get their education to get up out of here. Because at all these public schools, you see what's happening. Look at all the they talking about closing Washington down if they ain't done it already. I think they said Manual Arts. They got a few schools, public schools, they closing. Inglewood, one of them schools, either Morningside or Inglewood, they closing these schools because guess what? Ain't nobody going in there. Their attendance is just boo-boo. The attendance rate is boo-boo. So they got to close the schools down. Ain't no kids passing the basic curriculums. They got to close the schools down. How we got all these immigrants and everybody over here and we got to close public schools? I don't understand that. You mean to tell me that the blacks we already small in the schools and we ain't going enough to where they got I heard Washington had a 600 school attendance for the people. And I guess it's supposed to be, 12, 13, 1,400 kids on the campus or something like that. And they was functioning at 600. 600 kids going to school. Well, where they at? They in the hood. They in YA. They in Los Patrinos. So where all them kids going that they closed Los Patrinos and all that? They not going to school. They still 16, 17. They got to graduate. These charter schools ain't did nothing but made more gangs. That's all they done. The charter schools didn't do nothing but make more gangs. That's it. Then they took the homies out when they tried to get a control of it. Bear, shout out, East Coast. Yeah, Bear. They had the programs going, had the homies in the schools working, taking over the class. We was supposed to be like a lightweight security and monitor and stuff. They had the homies literally in the classrooms. You know why? Because we was running the class. When the kid get out, man, I ain't got to listen to you, homie. I'm from Avalon, homie. I'm from Fly Trey Avalon, homie. What's happening with you? Oh, is that right? Oh, okay. All right, for sure. Homie, you can't tell me nothing. I'm from BPS, blood. I ain't got to listen to you, homie. What's happening with you? F you, homie. I ain't got to listen to you. Oh, is that right? Okay. But you don't know. They don't know who they talking to. Hey, what's up, homie? Oh, what's up? Hey, man, your son in here tripping. What? Yeah, he in here BPSing it up and all that. Man, for real? Yeah, he in there out of control, homie. All right, I'll be up there for sure. That's how the homies was handling. Your daddy come walking into class. Your daddy from BPS. Your daddy from East Coast. Yeah, he walking in the classroom. You in here doing what you doing? Wait, what? They was shutting Horseman down, the other charter schools. But guess what? They was too effective. So guess what the school did to them? Pulled the contracts. Y'all too effective. You know, y'all getting too much work done. They bringing kids back to school because little boy Blue want to go to school now because he dealing with his teacher. That's hood. That's gangster. You know? Yeah, homie. I'm going to get you right. I'm going to make sure just do your work, homie, so you can graduate out of here, man. You know, so you can go on to bigger and better things, man. I'm going to make sure you graduate. Come on, man. Make this make sense. There should never have been none of this stuff going on, you know? Said Washington Prep has 744 students. That's 186 students per grade. You mean 10th, 11th, and 12th, huh? And they said they was down off of that. They said they was down off of that. They had tried to recruit me to come up there. They had tried to recruit me to come to Washington, the football coach. I can't think of his name right now. I don't know if he's still there, but it was a black dude. He was the football coach. But they end up making him like the dean and the football coach and all this. He had the sports program. So this was just in 2020. So I don't know if he's still there now, but he had came to Humanitarian Day. He said, man, I heard a lot about you, man. That's why I came up here, because I'm trying to get Washington back going, man. The kids on the football team, you know, we didn't have enough kids to participate in the football stuff. So we trying to get we trying to get the kids back on track and this and that. And he said, man, I wanted to come ask you about, you know, joining, you know, getting a job coming up there and doing this and that. And I was like, for real? I was like, man, but I had to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me think about it, you know? And he said, man, they giving me leeway to hire certain people. I said, well, you will probably have to deal with me in a 1099 form, man, you know? So I could do whatever I need to do. But they had, you know, it's bad. You know, it's bad. So I don't know what's going on in Crenshaw, but I know Washington is doing bad. I know Manual Arts was doing bad. You know, I heard Westchester was doing bad, but they got enough kids over there to, you would think, to get their stuff done. But you know, these charter schools, that's what's knocking everybody out the block. They ain't doing nothing but creating more gangs, you know, making the gang bigger and deeper, you know. Because that school on Century and Western, ain't no telling how many 9-0s came from over there in that bracket, you know. Probably the one who shot me. Ain't no telling, he might have came from over there. I took him home before. He used to live in the Hoover hood. So how you get way over here, you know? And you don't like Huster Nut. What's wrong with you, man? Everybody loves Huster Nut. You want to shoot Huster Nut for what? Because I'm in your business. But that's what you facing right now, you know? That's what you here to face right now. These dudes out here, you know, living on the edge, man. You know, literally living on the edge. So this is before the Crips, man. That's what this is still this series. We're gonna be running this until Friday. We got a couple of more days. I'm gonna take y'all down memory lane with the pictures from Watts, which is the Mecca Center of coming out for the Crips, you know, the East Side. Yeah, the Crips was started on the East Side. I know that. The Crips were started on the East Side, and it came to the West Side. Because we didn't need your permission to start. That's how you see the dysfunction? It was already, they had to meet, Raymond and Tookie had to meet because they was hearing about each other, you know? But we calling ourselves Crips already. Well, how y'all gonna call yourself Crips and Crips started over here? See, that's already dysfunction. Just because they came together don't mean nothing. That created more dysfunction. Because you gonna do what you gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You run the West Side, and I'm gonna run the East Side. That ain't gonna never work. That's always gonna bump heads. So maybe when that dude got out of jail, that's why he was like, man, I'm cool on this. Because people don't understand. Raymond was trying to change his life around. I don't believe he wanted to die a Crip. So when you say Crips don't die, they multiply and all that, I think you're wrong. I think that dude was like, man, I'm cool on all this. And he was only 22, 23 years old when he made that decision. 24 when he got out of prison. He like, I ain't going back to prison. I'm through with y'all. I ain't doing that no more. I'm finna start getting my life together, homie. I'm gonna deal with who I like and who I'm gonna deal with. And they killed him. And they still running around here today. Because you know they said out of 3, it's always one that's still alive. And he's somewhere, he on the pages, he looking, it's killing him not to come out and say, nigga, I killed Raymond Watson. Nigga, I was in the car when it happened. I'm OG such and such. Man, Raymond was tripping. Another Alpo when he killed Money Rich. Remember when he killed Money Rich? And it was like, man, it wasn't like that. It was business, you know? Remember when Alpo killed Money Making Mitch, you know? Said it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that, man. It was about business. Man, shut up. You killed the homie, man. Period. You a hater. He didn't want to go right on walls and do all that old crazy stuff no more. Y'all shot him down. He told y'all don't do something, and y'all killed him. Because none of y'all wasn't going to fight him. You wasn't going to get out that car and pull up and fight him. And it's 3 of y'all. Y'all could have jumped him. Y'all wasn't going to do that, though. Y'all wasn't going to do that. So y'all pulled up and 410 gauged him. Y'all pulled up and 410 gauged the OG homie. Because he wanted to go live his life and do right. Because he wanted to live his life, homie, and do right. He wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, Raymond had a job at a graffiti removal place. He was taking graffiti down. Rosie Greer hooked him up with a job. Y'all don't know. All y'all know is Raymond Washington started the Crips. Y'all don't know none of that because y'all don't read. Y'all didn't read the book. White folks wrote the book, and white folks read the book. Blacks don't do nothing. They just run around. That's why you don't hear blacks talking about that. All these shows. Everybody said where the Crips started from and all that, but ain't nobody said this dude tried to change his life. Because it's more interesting to know that he was always negative. It's more popular to be like, yeah, that's the G homie. He started the Crips. I ran with Raymond. Yeah, everybody ran with him. But ain't nobody said he tried to change his life around at the end before he died. Everybody want to keep that a secret. Why? Why ain't nobody talking about that part? That dude was trying to make a difference when he got out of prison. Just like anybody else, God touched him. And he showed you then. Crips die. They don't multiply. They get gunned down like anybody else. Some people say, oh, it was over money. Oh, it was over female. Oh, it was over this. Man, that's the streets talking. Only them dudes in that car know what happened to that man. Terrell Gaines, Co-Intel Pro. Co-Intel Pro. Man, listen, let me tell you something. If you haven't watched Dear Mama, Tupac mother Afeni Shakur, that lady climbed to the top 5 of the females that I read and study. Ida B. DuBose is I'm on her. Shirley Chisholm, C.J. Madam Walker, I follow some strong sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X's wife, Betty Shabazz, Winnie, Mandela. I read their autobiographies, homie. And if you don't know about Afeni Shakur, Tupac mama, you need to at least watch that docuseries and go learn about Co-Intel Pro. And if you don't think that they was doing that in South Central Los Angeles, you got a whole nother thing coming, bro. You got a whole nother thing coming if you don't believe that those was plants. It could have been plants that killed Raymond Washington. We don't know who killed him. He took that to the grave. He know who it was, though, because he walked up on the car. But you need to go watch that Afeni Shakur so she can tell you how she questioned as her own attorney and beat her 50-year case that all you suckers sitting in jail don't know how to read. Y'all in here for murder, got washed up, let evidence get presented that was supposed to be kicked out through your discovery motion because you don't know how to read and do nothing. You listen to a public offender fight your case because you ain't got no money to hire a attorney and you don't know how to do nothing. You need to watch Afeni Shakur docu-series, 5-part, Dear Mama, and watch that lady question the police who was a plant in the Black Panthers, who taught the Black Panthers self-defense and was a plant by the government, black. So you mean to tell me you don't think in 66, 67, 68, 69 that these dudes was running around here without COINTEL involved in all this? See, we got a script. See, the brain, we got scripts. I'm telling you, the Watts Writer Workshop. go research it and come back and tell me what you know, because we got the script on it. I should print it out. Next, I'm going to have it tomorrow. I'm going to show you the script tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you what it's about. Now, if you want to read about some COINTEL, wait till this movie come out. If they buy this script, check this out. You're going to see something. They burnt it down, a black dude. And guess who was the black dude who supposedly burned it down? Same dude. Yeah. Same dude from COINTEL. That was black. That was from the streets. Supposed to be the fire starter. That's ironic. He doing all this stuff to bring down all these people. And you mean to tell me that it wasn't no COINTEL people during the Crips, involved in the Crips? That's the Why destroy the school? Why so much destructions in the schools? Listen, let's get some kids. Hey, we got a cadet. He can pass for 17, 16, 17. He's 21 years old, 22. He's a cadet. Let's put him in there. Your job is to go join the Crips. You live with your fake mama, fake daddy on 76 and on 53rd and on 45th and on 89th and move in there. You're going to go to this school, and you're going to go to this school. You're going to go hang out over here and just keep data on what you're doing and wherever you hanging out at and who's in charge and who's the head. And anytime you get a chance to do something that gain favor in the Crips, do it. If you got to kill somebody, do it. If you got to beat somebody up, do it and report it back to us. Don't worry about it. You covered. That's some code. Now that's some code for you. Now that's some code for you. If I'm not correct, I believe they did the Broadways like that. A federal employee of the government joined the Broadway Five Deuces. I believe it was the Broadway Gangsters. He was a federal fed, and he got put on Broadway and was committing crimes and everything. So don't not believe what COINTEL can do. They got all this stuff right here going on for you, homie. They did all this. Welcome to the show, man. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. I'm back again. This is before the Crips. This is what led to the Crips. What you're seeing right now. This is what's going on with the Crips. You see this stuff right here? Look at the clothing, too. Peep their clothing. This is a series on the Crips. It's supposed to be a 5-day series on the Crips. We're going to go to Friday. So today is Wednesday. This is the third series on Before the Crips. We're going to run this all the way to Friday and show you how the Crips, where they came from, out of depression, where GAMD started from, and all that. Right here. You see that? You see GAMD? This is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? This is what it is. Gang addiction, mental disorder. This is what created all this stuff, the Crips and the Bloods. This is the stuff that started it. See, when you come from depression like this, when you come from an area like this is Watts, California, homie, in 1966. You see them kids out there playing in them fields? They will soon all become Crips. We can't say it, but we have a idea that out of this rubbish right here, where the Crips will come from. Because look, add 3 years to their life, 66. And 69, they will become baby Crips. Do I need to read the article about junior Crips and Cripolettes? The auxiliary units. They call them auxiliary units. They had Crips in elementary school that were active. Do I need to read the article? Can I find the article? Where's the article at? I had the article. Maybe I need to find it. How I find the article? Where's the article? I got to read the article. The Crips in school. The Crips in elementary school, creating a havoc to where your kids can't get a decent education. Imagine that. In 1969, your kids going to school and cannot get a decent education because the Crips are messing with them. Because the Crips are doing too much in school. Imagine that. Your kid going to school in 1969 and cannot get no kind of education because he got to deal with the Crips. Because he got to deal with the Crips. Let's see. Is this the article? Let's pull it up. Oh no. What? Oh my God, what happened? Your kid trying to go get a decent education and can't get nothing done because the Crips keep messing with him. So guess what he do after a short while? So the schools of Los Angeles report one gun incident every other day in 1971 to 72. Warfare among the city's estimated 150 gangs saw 29 students dead. One of the largest Los Angeles gangs is called the Crips. The name is a short form of cripples, which in turn is derived from the gang's trademark of maiming or crippling their victims. The Crips also have two auxiliary units, the Cripettes, composed of girl members, and the Junior Crips, made up of elementary school children. That, my friend, is 12 years old. That is 12 years old, homie. That is 12 years old, homie. 12 years old. That's them kids. That's them right there. They finna be 12. That's them kids right there, homie. That's them kids right there. They finna grow up and be 12 years old, my friend. That is those kids right there. This is before the Crips. Raymond will soon grow up and be 15. And he gonna chase this dude. That's 20. And it's possible that he joined the Crips at 21. He already got his burner and everything. You feel? All he had to do was go rob and get his leather jacket and his AC Doocy, and he on. Hey, RW. All he had to do was go get his AC Doocy, and he good. He on. And you can follow a kid. You feel me? You can follow a kid. Booker Griffin, yellow shirt, moved in on an argument between students and police who found the youths carrying heavy boards and suspected a gang fight. He calmed both sides, the police side and the gangs. That dude standing next to him is a gang member. And look what he got on. He don't got on no AC Doocy, and he don't got on no leather jacket. Neither do the dudes in the back or none of them. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? This is 1966, man. 3 years later, the Crips will emerge and chase this dude right here because they want the front line. He either gonna become a Crip or they gonna chase him. Whichever one. How the hell a player though? What it do? I'm here, homie. Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout out West Coast. He said, I'm in here. I cost green. Dr. Crip, you always been highly intelligent. No more than 24. Yeah, you smarter than me, though. You feel me? You smarter than me, though. For real. You way smarter than me. It's some sharp dudes that I helped turn out. I beg God, please forgive me for turning this boy out. Let me into heaven. You feel me? I apologize for help creating any beast that I made. Lord, please. I'm trying to go to heaven. I need to get in, man. I got to get no more in 24, man. That's what it is. We don't need no more Crips. We don't need no more Bloods. We don't need none of that. If you can use your influence to stop a shooting and stop a fight, you can stop an initiation of a gang member into a neighborhood. Tell me why you can't. Because you're going to have to go the distance with them little dudes. And they're going to put you on Front Street. I can get that from you because they think they can whoop you already. If I'm 22 and you 28, I think I could beat you. That's just what's in my head. I ain't got to listen to you. You constantly got to whoop on people at 28, 32. At 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, you still got to whoop on people 18, 19, 20, 21. So how are you an ambassador? How are you a grid worker? What experience do you have in that? What experience do you have in gang intervention? Oh, he a G in his neighborhood. He one of the ones over there. Okay, if he one of the ones over there, tell him to stop putting people on the gang. We should, no mother or father should have a child, even if they're not in their life, have a child put on the gang. All the gangs should say right now, we ain't put nobody else on. If you didn't make it by now, it's over with. Since the Crips and Bloods is done, like one move away said the Crips and Bloods are done. Who said that? Was it One Move Away? Or what's their name? West Side Line? West Side Line. Hey, Dr. Crip, I see a lot of podcasters saying the Crips and Bloods are over. Seems they are following your lead. What you think? If they saying that the Crips and Bloods is over, like I'm saying, then that means that they don't have to put nobody else on. It shouldn't be no more gang members. Your hood shouldn't put nobody else on. If it's another Pyru, neighborhood, gangster, Damu, Hoover, Coast, Watts, Third World, another person pop up to say, yeah, I'm such and such. Man, when you got put on? A week ago. What? Who did it? Why? Why they put you on? You can't bring nothing to the hood. You ain't got nothing. Why they put you on? What's the purpose? They just said Crips and Bloods is over. So it ain't no reason to put nobody on. Send them to school. Okay. All right, Dr. Crip. You're doing too much. That's why you got shot. I'm always doing too much. I'm always doing too much. You trying to run our hood, telling us we can't put nobody else on? Nah, homie, we putting somebody else on. Oh, okay, I see. You don't got nothing going on in life, so it's nothing for you to ruin another person's life, huh? It's nothing for you to get this 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl, and make her start taking powder, popping her pills, and all that. You ain't got to tell her, nah, hey, little homegirl, you kind of young for this, so kind of laid back. You got my name too. You under me, so I really don't want you doing none of that. That's too much, I guess, huh? Okay. We just keep turning them out. You feel me? You just keep turning them out. So it don't matter. Then what's the problem then? They should be pushing this line. They should be pushing this line right now. It shouldn't be no problem whatsoever. This is before the Crips. This is before the Crips. This is what happens before the Crips and before the Bloods. This is the result, is what you're seeing right here. Let me take you back to the beginning. This is before the Crips. You see this? This is 1966. You feel me? This is 1966 right here. This is what's going on in 1966. This is after the riots, 1 year after the riots. This picture is 1966. This dude is taking care of his conch. He ain't got no leather jacket. They ain't thinking about no Crips or Bloods or none of that. Ain't none of that existed right now. Why this dude got this gun? He got it from protection against the white folks. This is pictures from 1966. So in 1969, Raymond will become the first Crip. And from that, this is what you get. The Bloods, all them dudes was kids at one time. And they grew up and now they Bloods. And you get more Crips. And tragedy has affected every neighborhood, bro. So, yeah, man, I just came through to let y'all know. I ain't trying to hold y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we can be back at 6 o'clock. I know. I had to go pick her up, though, man. She was calling my phone too much. I had to go get her. You know how that is, our house. You know. No, you don't know how that is because you're on another level. I had to go pick her up. You feel me? Because she was calling too much. You on another level. You can't. You don't do what I do. She was calling me, so I had to go pick her up. West Side Life, one move away. RW, Terrell Gaines. Thank you, brother. COINTELPRO. Go check out that mini-series from Dear Mama, man. The Hughes brothers did it about Tupac Mama. You need to watch that. Holla Ella Player, though. We will be back tomorrow, man. Same place, same time. Hopefully at 6 o'clock, though. This Dr. Crip, man. Go stop them kids from joining gangs. We out.